Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Brad. I hope you're having a fantastic day, and I'm going to begin pumping out this content once again on my new channel, which is going to be centered around being successful, being an entrepreneur, being self-paid, rugged individualism, and not relying on anybody to pay you, give you a raise, or make your life better. I want you to be able to have the individual power to make the type of money that you want to make so that you can live the life that you deserve and that you're going to work for and earn. So the video today is for you guys who are currently working a job at a cubicle and you want to get out. I have been there. I actually am currently still involved with a client who takes up a lot of my time, and I am still implementing this same strategy that I'm about to share with you with him. And here it goes. So what I do and what I recommend to all of my mentees and all of my clients and all of you guys, which has worked time and time again, is to stop seeing your employer as an employer and to start seeing him as a client, and to see your desk as your desk, not the company's desk, but rather your desk. A big part of what this is all about here, this entrepreneurial journey, is taking complete ownership over yourself and your own brand. And I'll explain in further detail exactly what I mean about that. Your brand needs to come first, always. Your legacy, who you are and who you are becoming, the products you sell, the services you sell, your reputation, your content, your thoughts, your ideas, your value that you offer to the world, that needs to come first, always, before your clients. Never get so sucked up into a client that you forget that. Nobody is going to want to pay you more than you pay yourself. You and your motivation is always going to be stronger to pay you and take care of yourself more than any client. And notice I don't even refer to them as an employer at this point, because they're not. They're not. Your employer is no different than a client. So you need to start thinking of it that way. And I suggest for each of you to begin creating what I like to call your personal brand. Get your name out there. Or at the very least, rather than being a freelancer, it is far more powerful to be a brand. And that is another concept for another day, but a very important one, which we'll talk about at another time. But if you're at the office, studies have shown that most people who work in cubicles only get 1 hour of actual work done per day, 1 to 2 hours of actual work. For me, I get a lot more than that. I operate under the high productivity protocols. I get up at 4:45 in the morning. I personally choose to consume stimulants like modafinil and Excelsior, and I choose to be laser focused and very, very high productivity all day, every single day. So with that said, this dog is going crazy. Look at him. I don't know what it is. I have a boosted board I'm riding on right now, but the dogs go so crazy for the board, man. I don't know what it is. They all freak out. So what it is that I wanted to say about this is, when you're in the cubicle, you're in your office, spend your time working on your biz. Toggle back and forth between your work and your business. What I recommend to you is you do your very best to knock it out of the park with your job, and do your job as best as you can. Do an amazing job on your job that you're doing for your client. And excuse me, thank you. And then after that, be sure to, God, this is such a clusterfuck. Sorry guys. I love to give you an uninterrupted video, but I really don't want to hurt myself, so I have to also focus on the road. I'm sure you guys want these videos to keep coming. coming, and that's not gonna happen if I die on the boosted board. So switching hands one last time, and man, all right, so here we go. So I recommend that you do a knockout job at your job. Get up earlier. This is what I recommend to you. I recommend that you get more working hours for a period of time while you plot your escape. And in order to plot your escape, what I would suggest to you is the following. Step 1, begin building your brand and your business. Step 2, begin prospecting. Step 3, begin closing and improve customer service and delivery and value that you offer within your business to such a high level that you, your value cannot be denied in that business. And you have repeat customers, you have raving fans, you're just kicking ass because you're always recalibrating and reinforcing. One of my 2 of the 4 principles I talk about for business success: aim, shoot, recalibrate, reinforce. That's another video for another day. From there, you're going to want to put away 1 year's worth of your salary. Rather, 1 year's worth of comfortable lifestyle paid for. That's what I want you to have in your bank. I want you to work at the job and work at your business at the same time, and use the income from the job to essentially, you're gonna want to do that until your business becomes so profitable, and you have 1 year's worth of your lifestyle paid for in the bank, to where you can now comfortably quit. I would not advise my clients to quit too soon. As soon as the business becomes viable, I don't think it's a good idea to quit. I don't think it's, even if, let's use some numbers and work this out, right? Let's say your job pays you approximately $5,000 per month. Then after that, you get, your business starts, and your business begins paying you $10,000 per month. But you've never really run a business before. This is your first business. You don't have the experience of dealing with the emotional ups and downs of business, to where you get those gut checks. Like, you don't necessarily know if you're going to be able to make it through the month and get the clients to come back and get the business back on track and stuff. So if you haven't been experienced in that route, that's why I recommend that you have a year's worth of your lifestyle bought and paid for, and in a bank, liquid, ready to use. And that way, what that's going to do is, with complete leverage, you can go to your boss and you could say, hey boss, I love you, I love working for you, but these are the problems I have with this job. And to tell you the truth, I can no longer sell my time for this amount of money. I understand my value in this marketplace, and to tell you the truth, I need this amount, I believe is fair, and I need to work under these changed conditions. Thank you. And that will allow me to continue to work here. Otherwise, I'm going to have to part company with you, and I will give you the correct amount of time for you to find a replacement. I'll give you, 2 weeks, 1 month. It's not a problem. I'm a loyal guy, and I care about you, and I care about the business, and I love you guys. You guys are like family. But with that said, I've got to move on to greener pastures, boss. So that is what I am proposing. And then you say it to him like that. That's, the best way to possibly do it. And then not only can you do that feeling good about it, but he's going to have to come up with a great counter offer to keep you there. If he doesn't come up with a great counter offer, he's not going to keep you there. It's just that simple. So with that said, that's about it on this topic. Remember, get up early, Do whatever you got to do to handle your tasks at work. I personally like to work early in the morning on my business. A mental training exercise is I try and wake up and think about my business the first thing that I do, and the last thing I do is think about my businesses before I go to bed. And that's going to train you to constantly be thinking about your businesses. The biggest thing, honestly, that is the difference between people that are successful in business and people that are unsuccessful in business is focus. And you have to always be thinking about your business. If you get distracted and you're thinking about, nonsense like, girl problems or, a book you enjoy reading or watching a movie, it's just not going to happen for you. You need to be obsessed with this business and have a burning desire to make it happen. So that's going to be actually another topic for another day, or I might even make that now. So thank you guys for tuning in. I love you guys. I support you guys. I know that you're going to do it. You're going to make it real big. And with that said, this guy wants to be in the vid. Thank you guys for tuning in. Remember to subscribe down below and add me on Facebook. If you're interested in mentorship, do feel free to hit me up on Facebook, Brad Holiday. The link is down below. And if I do have time, I'll be more than glad to accommodate you. It does fluctuate. Some people come, some people go. So if I have time, I'll see what I can do with you. Thank you so much. Talk to you guys later.